Good day, guys. What is going on? Welcome to another vlog episode. If you don't already know, I do play live casino poker at a competitive level. If you notice that my outfit is the same as a quick hands vlog, well, that's because it is. I shot it in the same session. You know what? I never kind of like ask you guys how you're doing. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. Comment below. Let me know if you guys are doing any challenges or anything of your own. If you're trying to like move up stakes, if you're trying to go from 1-2 to 1-3 or 2-5 or something like that, if you're like on an adventure or whatever, comment below. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys want to kind of like share success with one another too, and maybe just inspire one another, because all in all, you know, I want to give you good vibes, and hopefully you guys can pass on your good vibes to other people, and then, you know, more people just push each other up, and as a community maybe we can just lift each other up together, because, you know, that's generally what people want to do. If we want to help each other, let's just all do it, have fun while we're at it. But anyways, without further ado, it's going to be quick. All right, so I got 500 in front of me. I'm on the cutoff. I got the ace, king, ace of clubs, and the king of diamonds, seven-handed. And E2 decides to limp, M1 decides to limp, M2 decides to limp. So I decide to go to 40 bucks. And then the button, who's an old gentleman, he looks like he's from some kind of mobster movie, and he's just retired, kind of enjoying his fun retired time playing poker nowadays. That's kind of the vibe that I get from him. He's kind of been splashing around a little bit and just having fun, so he's retired, man. I'm pretty sure he's having a good time right now. He decides to call, and it is back to me, heads up to the flop. King 3-6, two clubs, and a diamond, and I decide to c-bet. I bet 35. He decides to call, and as you can see, he's only got 200 left behind, and we really want to size this and just get all the money in by the river. 10 of diamonds on the turn. This card kind of brings an up and down if he decided to float with a queen jack, maybe. I don't know. Some guys like to do weird stuff. He's a mobster, he's gangster. Maybe he wants to just flat queen jack on a king high board. Nobody knows. So you can't, you know, always discredit these kind of things. But anyways, great card for me. I think I'm just going to bet again. So I decided to bet 90 bucks and just get all the value that I can out of this hand. And he decides to call. Jack on the river. So now if he's got king jack, he beats me. If he has a hand like queen jack, maybe he's going to call again. And who knows, maybe he has a hand like ace jack as well. And turn to gut shot, river to jack. Could add ace queen. I really don't know, man. The pot is just so big right now that I gotta bet again. I'm never gonna check this hand because I'm gonna call anyways. So I might as well just bet and hope that he calls with worse. So I decide to jam for about 110 effective, and he quickly puts all his money in. And I flip my ace king. He flips over pocket jacks. Very, very interesting. So right off the hop, not so good. We ended up losing that hand. Let's go on to hand number 2. Now I got everybody's favorite hand, at least is my favorite hand, the Rockets, pocket aces, American Airlines, the #1 hand in Hold'em. I love this hand. So I got 500 in front of me. I'm in the big blind. E1 limps, E2 limps, M1 limps, folds back to me, and I decide to just bump it up here, man. I got aces, right? You got to bump it up. So I decided to raise it to 50 bucks. And E1 decides to call there. And he's the same retired mobster that beat us in the previous hand. He's the only guy that calls, and it's heads up to the flop. Ace, queen, queen. We have a bad beat possibility hand right now. I'm obviously jumping for joy. So what do? I decide to just bet 30 bucks. Keep it small. He decides to call. And we get to a turn. Turn is a 9, still have the second nuts. I decided to bet 50 because he's got 160 bucks left, so I'm still kind of sizing him up. He decides to call, and an ace on the river, so now I got quads. This is absolutely disastrous if he's got quad queens, because now I just lost the bad beat. I lost the big end of it, so that kind of sucks, but maybe if he's got a queen somehow, which I doubt because he probably would have put some money in on the turn. I decide to shove, and he quickly folds, so that kind of sucks. Maybe he was like on a royal flush draw or something like that. That would have been pretty crazy if that came in. But we take that one down, and hand number 3. All right, another big hand. As you can tell, you kind of get the trend. We've been getting some pretty good hands. I got ace king offsuit yet again. I'm on the cutoff, 600 in front of me. It is 8-handed. E1 opens, to 15 bucks, and he's kind of been playing pretty snug. Hasn't raised all too much. He's a 1-2 player, and he's definitely recreational. When we started the game, the floor man ended up asking him if he wanted to go to 1-2 because he was up for 1-2, and he just said, gonna stick around here. So I think he's gonna play pretty straightforwardly for the most part. He's actually up a little bit, so he wants to preserve his wins. And we're going to play aggressively because we're going to take initiative. We're going to be in position. So it folds to me, and I decide to go a little high here. I decide to go to 60, and then folds back to E1. And he thinks for a little bit, and then he finally makes the call. Flop is Jack 4-8, 2 hearts. So now if he's got the same hand as me, then I'm pretty damn happy. I'm most likely just going to bet here. I mean, he's playing 1-2. He's won a lot of money. I think that he probably would have thought like that with ace-king. He could potentially have a hand like queens or jacks. But we're going to find out. If I could just win his 60 bucks, then that's pretty damn good for me. So he checks. I decide to c-bet. I bet 50. And he doesn't think too long before going to 130. So he pretty much tells me he's got pocket jacks. There's all the other times that he's raised like that, and he's pretty much always had the nuts or close to it. I'm dead in the water. I just decided to fold and move on to hand number 4. Now I got ace king of diamonds. I'm in early position 1. I got 400 in front of me. I've been kind of on a losing streak, man. I've been just losing a bunch of pots, and just things haven't really been going my way. I've been trying to bet, getting raised, all that kind of fun stuff. You've all been through it, so you kind of know how it is right now. That's the life of poker. That's poker right there for you. So anyways, I decided to open to 20 bucks. And the cutoff calls. Now the button calls. So folds to the big blind, and he's the gentleman that we just lost to in that previous hand with ace king. So he's definitely super tight. I do not want to go crazy here with ace king. Bunch of guys behind me that I think are going to call. So I decided to flat here, and everybody else calls. 4 ways to the flop. Queen, queen, 8. And our opponent has been doing a whole bunch of these really small bets. He bets 15. Whenever he's betting small, that means he's got a weak hand. It's like, when he's got a weak hand, he bets small. When he's got a strong hand, he just bets really big to protect it. It is so hard to figure him out. So I decide to just raise here. Instead of jamming all in, I decide to go to 215. And the 2 guys behind me decide to snap fold. If he's got just kings, then we're doing pretty good. I mean, I just got a flush draw, and I got the ace. So we're pretty much flipping on this board. And I got a lot of fold equity, man. He's scared. He's scared money. And lo and behold, he thinks for maybe 10 seconds, shakes his head, and he folds pocket kings face up. That one got through, so that was awesome. Looks like we can turn things around. Hand number 5. This is going to be the big one. This is the one that just completely turns everything around from the reds to the greens. Hand number 5. So now I got my 3rd favorite hand in Hold'em. I got the ladies in the house. The ladies, the pocket queens, les dames, en français. We're ready to go. We're in the big blind. I got 700 in front of me, 9-handed. E1 limps, E2 limps, M1 goes to 30. And the cutoff decides to call. The button decides to call. The small blind calls. Man, this is looking pretty damn juicy. You know what's coming. I decide to raise here to 155 just to make sure that there's enough of a re-squeeze for me in case my short opponent that opened decides to raise a little bit. And if anybody else calls behind, I can repop that and just trap all the money in. So that's my plan here for going 150. Otherwise, I probably would have raised just a little more than that. But anyway, so it folds to the original raiser. And now he decides to jam to 380. Just kind of like how I planned. And folds back to me. Pretty easy snap call. And the board runs out a 4, 5, 7, 8, 3. And now our opponent says, I got the ace. Now, I got my headphones on, so I didn't really hear exactly what he said. I thought maybe he said, I have aces. And then I asked again, what was it? And then I just asked him again. And he said, I have the ace. And I was still a little confused. And he just shows his ace-jack of hearts. He actually turned a heart draw. And luckily enough, he didn't get there. We flip over our queens. And we scoop the pot. that just makes things all go green for us. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one, and that was as quick as I can get it. I don't know, maybe I could get it a little quicker, maybe 25% quicker than this, but I didn't want to talk too fast, at least be a little clear in what I say. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. I'm going to see you on the next one, and like, subscribe, as usual. I really thank you guys for watching. If you find these videos entertaining, if you find some of these informative, definitely share them with your poker friends. It's definitely going to help out the channel, so I genuinely thank you for that. Have a good one. Might see you at the tables. If I do see you, say hi. If I don't see you, say hi again. If I've seen you before, I might have forgotten your name, so don't be shy to repeat it. You know, I sometimes get people coming up to me, and it's pretty cool, man. I really appreciate the interaction and just hearing, you know, great vlog or whatever. I like the vlogs. That's cool. That's really cool. We're poker players, man. We're all poker players. We don't have to talk too much about the videos or whatever it is, you know, like they're YouTube videos. They're for your entertainment. And I enjoy making them, and I enjoy just learning about filming, the camera, and all that kind of stuff. I like it. So hopefully you guys dig it too. Anyways, see ya.